everyone. I want to give you a brief introduction to this chapter on international HRM. The first thing that we'll talk about in the chapter is the difference between outsourcing and offshoring. Oftentimes these terms are used interchangeably, but they're actually very different. Outsourcing refers to allowing another company to handle part of your operations. So, for example, if my organization is small and I don't want to do my accounting in-house, I may outsource it to an accounting firm, even within my own city, to complete the accounting needed for my organization. Offshoring is different in that offshoring refers to the fact that some or most of your operations is done in a different country. So, for example, you may do design in the United States, but you actually produce the items in China. That would then be considered offshoring. So we'll use these terms throughout this chapter, so it's really important to understand the difference between the two. In the chapter, we'll also get into a lot of depth about culture and Hofstede's cultural dimensions. These are important to know in understanding how employees and workers in other parts of the country may perceive things. Understanding this will help with communication when you do communicate with some of your offshored workers. We'll also talk about the variety of staffing policies that you can utilize in an international environment. And there are a number of different ones that you might want to consider depending on the size of your organization, the type of industry, type of product or service you produce. Obviously, we'll make the choice as to what kind of hiring policy as well as compensation policy that you utilize. I will also address a little bit about how to help some of your domestic workers when they decide to go work overseas for short or long-term assignments. These individuals are called expatriates or expats, and there are a lot of challenges that you can help with as a HR manager with those individuals as they transition to work overseas, but then also as they transition back to the United States to work. So I hope you enjoy this chapter. It is the last chapter in the book, and I hope you have a really successful end of the quarter or semester. And I do teach at Central Washington University. You could find me on the Central Washington University webpage if you have any questions or comments that you'd like to make about the book. Again, I really appreciate you utilizing the book this quarter, and definitely reach out if I can help.